Hey, it's Chris Aiken from the Classic Metal Show, and I want to invite you to my first ever public book signing. I'll be doing a special reading, question and answer session, and a signing of my new book, Little Victories, A Tale of Divorce, Debauchery, and Finding Happiness on Thursday, March 20th at Visible Voice Books, located at 1023 Kenilworth Road, Cleveland, Ohio, 44113. I'll have a limited supply of Little Victories on hand to sign. I'll be reading selections from Little Victories, as well as telling stories and reading some material that was left out of Little Victories. I'll end with a Q&A session that will be a no-holds-barred affair. The signing will be from 7 to 9 p.m. at Visible Voice Books, 1023 Kenilworth Road, Cleveland, Ohio, 44113. Come out, have some fun, and be a part of a rare appearance from me, Chris Aiken.
Brand new Primal Fear right here on your Classic Metal Show with Rebel Faction. And good stuff from Primal Fear. Just listening to that vocal, I'm hearing our good friend Tim Owens.
Yeah, it's definitely a return for Primal Fear. They definitely have found their way back to the like the first 2 or 3 records, don't you think?
Absolutely. So speaking of Tim Owens, I haven't really seen or heard much about him in recently, and wasn't he supposed to have his second Beyond Fear release done by now?
So I've heard, and I've heard it's almost done, but Tim's never around to do his part. Tim's always off in fucking Russia or somewhere doing. He's in like 8 bands.
Yeah, Dio, Disciples, and
Hail, and Beyond Fear, and Tim's solo, and then he's in some project, I think, with guys from Sepultura, and, I don't know what that one is called, but, he's got a bunch of projects, man. And the guy, I get it. You got to earn, you got to make your money, but he's letting the Primal Fear wagon or the Beyond Fear wagon just go away.
Right. Well, here's a guy now. He's a married guy with kids and stuff. I wonder how his significant other handles his being gone all the time and touring and working and paying for the roof over their head.
Well, given that she's a chick, she's probably like, go on ATM machine, go refill yourself with money.
just keep sending the check home.
That's right. You're an ATM machine. Get out there.
Right.
Get working.
Yeah. Well, we got to get Tim back on the show because he hasn't been on in a long time, and I've been wondering what's up with the Beyond Fear.
Yeah, I know. I want to hear it in the worst way.
Sure. And
we just have not had it yet.
Yeah. Well, good stuff. Well, I agree with you, though, dude, that the new Primal Fear is just an ass kicker.
It's by far, it's the best thing that they've done in 10 years. And I would argue it's the best thing they've ever done.
Sure.
I love it.
Sure. Well, obviously, the production is top notch.
Sure.
And, it always amazes me that these bands that, for more or less, they don't work on a huge budget.
No, not at all.
But yet they turn out just quality material.
Mm-hmm. Well, it has a lot to do with, and especially a band like Primal Fear where Matt Sinner is a producer.
Right.
You kind of get quality production for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good stuff.
Yeah. Always top of the line.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. All right, dude. Well, you sent over a couple of albums over here.
Sure.
Did you have something in mind you wanted us to do with this or what?
Well, did you want to talk about KXM and maybe feature a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
We could start there. We are allowed to play the song Rescue Me.
Okay.
So I thought maybe we could, maybe pick it apart a little bit, see what you think.
All right. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with the
TV show?
Yeah, the TV show.
No, I don't think so. I think it has to do with fucking sleeping pills.
Okay, this doesn't have to do with Dennis Leary in any way, shape, or form.
No, it really doesn't.
Okay. All right, just wanted to know.
It's Dennis Dreary if it's this fucking boring record.
Oh. Well, speaking, and before we get into this,
yeah,
you and I always talk about Netflix shows and stuff. Did you, by any chance, do you know who Mark Maron is?
Oh, yeah, the comedian guy
the comedian.
Does the massive podcast.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Did you see his show just called Maron?
No, did not see that.
There's only, I think there's 10 episodes total.
Did not see not a one of them.
Yeah, I watched them all.
Okay.
And it's basically a TV show about him doing his podcast.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, but it's actually kind of, it's kind of like the whole Curb Your Enthusiasm. He plays himself in the show.
Okay.
He's Mark Maron in the show, but of course the situations he's in are staged.
Okay.
So it's a day in a life of Mark Maron, but obviously it's a storyline.
Okay.
And Judd Hirsch is his father.
All right.
Yeah, and he basically does his podcast in the garage.
Nice.
So he's got his garage set up, with a little studio, and he's got a little mixing board and a couple mics, and he gets like Jeff Green and, Amy Poehler and people like that make stop-ins, and, he does his podcast with these people.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a good show. You ought to check it out.
I'll check it out. I like his podcast.
Yeah,
his podcast is fun.
Yeah, it's just called Maron. That's the name of the show. It's on Netflix.
You ever checked out his podcast, What the Fuck with Mark Maron?
You know what? The thing is I was just aware of the show, and I didn't realize that he actually had a real podcast. I just thought that was made up for the show.
Oh, no, he's huge. He's like behind Corolla. He's like the biggest guy.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what they chronicle in the show, where he's just like, I just posted this today, and it's already got 7,000 downloads, and things like that.
Yeah, dude, he's huge.
Really? I wasn't aware of it.
The only one bigger, as far as I know, is Adam Carolla.
Okay.
So, and dude, I would love to know how these guys get their numbers. I mean, Adam Carolla's is decent. I mean, I listen to it kind of a lot, actually. And it's a good show, but man, oh man, it's not that good.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be doing fucking $2 million a week.
Sure.
I don't get it.
Yeah. Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hail and kill, boys. It's not Tom's secretary. It's Tom's secretary, Motorhead.
Okay, what's up, Motorhead?
Well, we just kind of thought maybe Tom should chat for a bit.
Oh, you collectively thought this, or did you think of this on your own and you're just going to put him on the phone?
Yeah, that's probably more how it goes.
That's what I thought. Well, put Tom on. We always enjoy Tom.
All right, here comes Big Tom. Good day, boss.
Hello, Tom. Glad to hear from you, sir.
Are you sure you got to hear from me?
We're always happy to hear from you.
I was a little fucked up tonight. I got out shitty fucking laryngitis. I had to drink 3 pints of fucking whiskey just to cure it so I could talk.
Had to lubricate the pipes, huh, Tom?
Fuck, it's all fucked up. I sound like a squeaky chipmunk earlier tonight.
Well, what's going on in the world of Tom aside from a squeaky voice?
Well, not too much, but you boys really got to ask some more important questions with your interviews. We know who they played with and who they're going to play with. We're fans of heavy metal. We hear this shit all the time. You got to take a little page out of that Howard Stern fucker and ask who they're fucking and how they're doing it. Get down to the dirt of the situation. Howard Stern ain't been on the radio for as long as he has because he asks good questions. He asks what every fan wants to know. These famous fuckers are doing all the good girls. You got to know who they're nailing. So us low-life bastards like me can get in there a little bit.
So, Tom, are you saying that you were sitting around wondering, I wonder who Ralf Sheepers is putting his cock into?
This is what I'm wondering. I like Primal Fear, but the whole guy, he came off like a lame duck.
Okay.
The band is awesome, don't get me wrong. I love Primal Fear.
Okay.
They rock out, but fuck, I don't really care who he's playing with.
Yeah, but I know for a fact they're all married, so they won't answer the question.
Well, yeah, you just got to put them on the spot.
But they won't answer the question. That's what I'm telling you, Tom. I've done these interviews, Tom. None of them will answer the question. They'll all say, I'm a married guy and I just love my wife. That's what they'll say.
Wow, who did mix in with their wife then? You gotta keep mixing it up. They'll eventually answer.
All right, Tom, I'll work on that.
Okay. It don't really matter anyway. You gotta do a hell of a job. I can't really bitch besides the fucking guys don't really say anything I don't need to know.
Well, I think you're an Uber fan, Tom, but you got to realize that a lot of people aren't quite as in-depth as you are when it comes to their music. So people listen to our show and they hear the interviews and they're just, they're casual fans. They're not hardcore.
I get it. But if you're going to be a metal fan, you got to be a diehard motherfucker, don't you?
Yeah, Neeley, you got to be a diehard motherfucker.
Right. On the boat.
Right.
That's right.
I grew up in what they call the UK. We don't think we were part of that fucking shit, though, but we're superior Scotsmen, but we grew up with all the good bands, like folk Iron Maiden was coming out when I was being born.
Right.
Right. You too?
Nah, fuck you too. Bono blows donkeys for a fucking pastime. Fuck him. Fuck that fag. He's sucking the queen off right now, and she's got a bigger cock than he does.
Wow.
Fuck that English bitch.
Well, Tom,
don't got much use for the minkers.
Well, Tom, you were a huge hit last week. You were in rare form, and you were just rolling.
Fuck, I don't know.
Well, I do.
Still say Cliff Burton killed himself on purpose, so.
Oh, that was awesome.
Wow, Metallica, they were goats back in the day.
They were goats?
And then they became pantsy-ass little fucking patent sniffing looking for the teenage girls twat lick. They weren't anything big no more. Can't get nothing past a 12-year-old to listen to that shit.
Right. Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Well, Tom, I listened back to the podcast a couple of times this week, and I laughed just as hard, listening back than I did when I heard you the first time.
I'm glad I can entertain anyway.
Sure. So would you be interested in doing a reading of Chris's new book that he's writing then?
The new book he's writing, I'd definitely read about Chris Neil and some horrors on that. I would do that.
No, Tom, I'm talking about once the book...
Horrors.
Tom, I'm talking about once
Chris,
I'm done writing it. Tom.
I have a buddy who was in the Korean War. And
well, I wasn't in the Korean War.
He used to stick a holes in their mouth and suck your cock. Is this true? They called it the icy hot. Is it true?
Tom, what I'm talking about, though, is that I'll write the new book, and then we'll have you come on and read from the book for the fans.
Yeah, I got that.
Well, you're in for that?
I may be retarded, but I'm not stupid.
Nobody thinks you're stupid, Tom. Trust me.
Wow. I got when he was talking on the chat room, and I said I'd do it. So I'd do it.
All right, cool. Tom, I don't know if you looked at the Facebook this week, but you're all over it, man. There's just comments all over the place. Fucking Tom is a classic.
I don't even know why these fuckers like me, because they call it like it is, and they just don't get it.
Dude, even the biggest retard that listens to our show ever, Mark Nero, plugged you twice. 2 different times he liked you.
I've seen that. I don't know really who he is, because
he's just a fucking dummy.
Jim James, I think he's trying to fucking step it up a bit now. He sounds a little more manly.
Yeah, he does, and I think it might be due to your influence.
No ass no more this week.
Tom, I got to ask you, I've been wondering all week, what'd you think of that picture of Neeley making out with that chick?
I don't know the name of the group, but the song I'll Be a Whore, that is what I thought of when I seen that. It's some bitch singing the song. That is what I thought of. Really, he's still some big-ass, biker-ass, trash-type dude. He should be flying colors on his back, not sitting there just not doing nothing.
Right.
Where's your bike, brother? You got the hair for it and the fucking bill. You need to be packing your Harley and some colors.
Right.
Yeah, Neeley.
You know, Tom, I can't be everything to all people at all times. You know, I can only do...
No, I understand that. You just looked the part, is all I'm saying. You should have had a guest appearance on the SOA.
Yeah, I agree with that, Tom. I should have been in the Belfast. I should have been in the Belfast season.
McNeely, right?
Good season. I can't argue that.
Right.
They should have had a Glasgow season, though, instead of that Belfast fuckers. Them IRA bastards.
Right.
They're just blowing each other up for no reason.
Sure.
You ever run into any of those guys, Tom?
Nah, I left Scotland so young it don't really matter. They can't come look for me for talking shit. Fuck them. Ireland guys over here, they always make them bow down and pay homage to Scottish fuckers over here.
Well, dude, over there, they get where you're at now. They gotta fucking bow down, don't they? A bunch of fucking pussies from Canada.
Ah, fuck that. The Canada guys, some of them are elks, most of them are fags, but what do you do? There's a few of my fellow blokes over here.
Really?
We got Motorhead, he's a fucking Mick. We got accepted him into the fold. Took him under the wing. Scotched him up a little bit.
Right. Did you ever make him suck your cock or something just to let him know who's what?
No, not Motorhead. He's more stand-up. He's got big bollocks like the rest of us. You can't turn him into one of them.
Right.
I may rat his ass a little bit and treat him pretty fucking bad. But he's a stand-up character where I come from.
All right. Well, that's good. So who have you had to give some discipline to anybody that's there, though?
Oh, a few times we had to break it down. I got locked up there, so we definitely fucking busted their taps and hats, whichever you prefer to say. Sorry, my voice keeps cracking up, boys. I drink. Haven't drank enough to make the fucking squeakiness go away. It's fucking falling off.
Yeah, it's a little throat coat.
It is. It's fucking laryngitis.
Kind of like what you're giving those dudes in prison, right? To show them what's what. Little throat coat.
Ah. When they're bigger and meaner and a whole lot hairier, they usually bow down.
I'll bet they do.
The native blokes up here, they don't grow no hair, so they all look sort of like women anyway. Long black hair and skinny little shit. What do you do to them?
Right.
I'm with you, Mule oven in the back side of the head and the way it goes.
Right.
Tom, did you ever hook up with a chick and you'd start, giving her what's what, and then you found out she had a dick?
Never seen it. Well, never been part of it. I've seen it on the video on the internet, but I've never been part of that. If I ended up being part of that bitch would be stabbed the fuck up.
Right.
If I'm going to dig a little man bum when I'm locked up, that's another thing. But when I'm trying to top some bitch's ass out here on the street, and it ends up with a penis, you're going to have to shank that shit.
Nice.
You can't deal with that shit. You got to let the rest of the world know you're not putting up with that.
Yeah, you got to, Tom. Especially if she's got that penis. That's just not good.
That's right. You can't do it with a girl with a penis.
No, not at all. That penis is a problem.
Problematic. Penises are problematic on the street.
All right, Tom, but is it okay if the penis is smaller than your penis?
No.
No?
It only counts in jail. You can't have no penis.
No penis, huh?
I've done a couple girls with a clitoris about an inch and a half long due to some steroids.
How was that? Was that exciting or gross?
It was pretty stimulating for her anyway. The bigger it is, the more they come.
Does it look like a penis?
Not really. It looks like a big scary nodule.
A nodule?
You're really not sure what it is, but you rub it and they squeal like a little pig.
Right. What kind of noise is that, Tom? Come on, you've all seen Deliverance, haven't you? Squeal like a pig, boy. Squeal like a pig.
Pretty good, Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, it was one of my favorite movies growing up as a lad.
I'll bet it was.
But
they show that movie often in prison?
Back in Scotland.
Do they show that movie often in the prison?
Never in the blood. Smokey and the Bandit, they play lots in the prison with the bitch upside down with her wedding dress in the Trans Am.
Right.
Can't go wrong with that scene.
Sally Field.
Got some of the boys riled up, though.
Really? What happens
then?
then?
A couple shot rapes that week.
Oh, nice. Tom, I got to ask you, just because I've watched nothing but prison movies for my entire life and I've never actually been in prison, are there really guys in prison that dress up with the makeup and everything trying to look like chicks?
There's a couple, but no one pays them no attention. They're trying too fucking hard. And I'm up here in Canada jail. It's all not like your U.S. American fucking bullshit. We only get locked up for a dime at a time.
Right.
I can go kill my next door neighbor. They're only going to give me 10 years. It really don't matter. You don't got to try that hard.
So how much time did you have to do?
They lock you up for like 150 years. Well, if you ain't getting none, you're going to dress up like a female.
So you think it's just because they can't get none? That's why they dress up like a chick?
Well, they weren't getting none on the street if you look at them. And they probably ain't getting none when they're locked up in the cells.
Right, probably not.
It's just the way it goes, brother.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, you are a wealth of knowledge. I'll give you that.
No, just grew up a hard knocks life.
I guess
Mom
so,
got
Tom.
harpooned in the teeth and went overboard.
Yeah.
Then fucking, no, the pop there, he raised me over here. I had my granddad teaching me to farm. Fuck, I don't look much like a farmer.
No.
Big blonde-haired bastard with a red beard. Should have been a Viking instead of a fucking Scotsman. They'd call me Tommy the Red.
Tommy the Red, huh?
Yeah. Oh, think that red anyway. A little menstrual blood never scared off a Scotsman.
Sure. So, Tom, what's your dating status right now, man? You got a chick that you're knocking around a little bit, or what?
I got an open relationship anyway. I
So
mean, I'll
where-
hit her Monday to Wednesday, and whoever I want the rest of the week.
Right. So where's she at on Saturday? Why doesn't she come with you over to the barn?
Come on, I can't introduce you to this guy. She'd be sucking us all off before 8 o'clock.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, I don't like to share, brother.
I hear you.
You gotta
What
keep
about if
them
you were first,
domesticated
though?
and
Would it be
somewhat
better
beat
if you were
down.
first?
Well, it don't really matter. She took my load, and then she takes home my loads, and we got to a cell over here. I don't really need her taking any of my buddy's loads, because then she knows what we all taste like. I just need her to know what I taste like, so from Monday to Wednesday, she wants to taste me.
Well, Tom, could you just ask her not to suck off all your friends?
She's just not that type of girl.
Oh, she's just one of those that would suck off all your friends?
You can't bring her around a bunch of blokes. I let her hang out with the girls, and she eats a little pussy and that, but you can't get too mad at that. She tastes a little fresh when you kiss her that way. A little bit of
fresh,
sand on her lips, never did no one no harm.
You ever stick a bottle of Ogilvy in her mouth, make her suck it off like a fucking baby bottle?
There you go, something like that.
Tom, you're living the life, man. I wish I was living your life.
Fuck, man, I suck up so much dust every day. My life ain't so good.
What are you doing that you're sucking up all that dust?
Spray powder on seed, and it ain't so good.
What are you doing?
I cut a little seed.
You cut a little seed.
I work for companies like Monsanto.
Oh, yeah.
Monsanto?
They're the big conglomerate that the world is killing.
Tom,
And
you're
we do all
you're
the
helping
canola
kill the
seed, and we
world.
make it all chemically pure.
Tom, you're helping kill the world.
Fucking hey, somebody's got to. Scotland's been killed for so many years, so we got to kill the rest of you somehow.
Right.
Is that what it is?
This is your way of just getting back at the world, huh?
Wow. A job's a job, and I'm good at it.
I guess
I
this
understand how to make
is your
everything
little
look
this
real
is your
good.
little
Really,
IRA
every
party,
company
right?
says
You're going to
we
kill the
don't
whole
afford it.
fucking world, one piece of corn at a time.
Hey, fuck the corn. We only do canola up here. We can't grow corn in Canada. We don't get all your enriched sunlight.
Oh, is that what it is?
Moldy and cloudy up here.
Nice.
Doomy and gloomy and kinda.
Nice.
All right, Tom. Well, why don't you go lubricate your throat, and we're gonna play some tunage here. We're gonna kind of break down this new song and see what you think.
Well, what are you gonna play? Something good at least?
Well, we don't know. I haven't heard it yet. Chris and I are gonna analyze this new song from Doug Pinnick, George Lynch, and who else is it?
Uzier from Korn.
Don't sound so good. You can download that shit for free already.
I'll tell you what, Tom. We'll also play maybe some new Hatriot tonight too. I think you'll like that.
That's not bad. If you play that song, I'll be there, whore.
All right.
Can you find that, Chris?
I'm sure I can find it.
There's some bitch who sings it. I don't even know her name, but she does a good job.
As long as she does a good job, she's all right.
Screaming with a little poppy singing, but she does a good job.
All right. Is it? Let's see.
See what you can do for me, brother.
All right, Tom.
And when do you want me to give you this book review? I'll get your book on the 6th.
On the 6th? Jesus, another week. Whenever you want, Tom. Once you've read it.
How long do you think it'll take me to read it? How many pages could you write?
How many pages could I write?
How many pages did you fucking write?
344.
Sorry, I don't got a grasp on this Western English shit.
344.
Oh, yeah, that'd take me about 10 days to read, probably.
10 days.
10 days.
I read it in 2 nights, Tom.
I'm a motherfucking Scottish bastard, what do you expect? And I got to read out loud to Mother because he can't even fucking read. And I swear, he's going to swear you're Scottish by the time we're done because it's going to be
Tell
all
that fucker to buy his own book.
Tell him to buy his own book?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'll buy him one, too.
All right, that'll work.
He's just a welder. He don't get that seed cutting money like I do from Monsanto.
Nice. So you'll have the reading.
He's just stacking welds day in, day out.
You'll have reading sessions in the barn.
Pardon?
You'll have reading sessions in the barn.
Just for my head, he's my brother. You can't sell him short. You gotta read that shit to him. I'll buy him a book, but he can't read it anyways.
Yeah, it doesn't have any pictures in it.
Yeah, no pictures.
There you go. So I got to read it to him, but I'll buy 2 just to make you happy, Chris.
Oh, thank you.
We'll put you up to 502 books.
Right.
Perfect.
Can't believe you only sold that few. Where's all these metalhead motherfuckers who listen to the radio? They're not buying your book?
I guess not. 500's not bad. Books are hard, Tom, because people are lazy, too lazy to read.
Fuck it. It ain't that fucking hard. That's all we did for 3 years, locked up in jail. I had 2 books a day. How fucking hard can it be?
Yeah, well, Tom, you're a Renaissance man, though. Not everybody else has your kind of drive. Not everybody's out there fucking laying discipline to fellow prisoners.
Renaissance, you got 15 hours a day. You're not sleeping, so you got to read a few books.
Right. So are you saying that I should send my book to the prisons? Maybe
the rest of the fucking American clan.
Is there a good audience in prison for me, you think?
Probably. You could ship it into a couple of them, and they'd read it anyway.
Well, I'm in for that.
A few funds out of the deal.
Yeah, that could work.
I'm not trying to fucking rain on your parade or nothing, brother.
No, you're not. Tom is perfectly fine.
I'm just thinking that, fuck, I see this chat room all blew up, and there's fucking 20 of us on here, and they're not all your book. What's up with that?
I don't know, Tom. Maybe I should start kicking them out if they haven't bought the book. What do you think?
I think that sounds very fair, brother. What's $16.97 to buy a fucking book?
That's what I'm saying.
Be part of a fucking metalhead chat room.
Yeah,
You're like the only guys who are real metalheads fucking left in the world besides me.
Tom, I have a feeling that people are going to like the next book, the one about all the pussy I was fucking in Korea, a whole lot better than this book.
Fuck them. If they don't like the first book, they can't read the second book. That's the way
good
I
point, Tom. Tom, would you consider being my publicist?
You may not get no books all of the fucking ogre like me being your publicist, but you'd have some diehard Scottish fans and a few fucking rednecks liking what I got to say.
Right.
Well, Tom, you're full of ideas.
I'll give anything a shot once. What's the worst that can happen? They stab you up.
Yeah, that would be the worst.
I've bled before, I'll bleed again.
Yeah, Tom Kurgan said in the chat room, maybe you could write the foreword to my book, my new book.
I'll give it a shot. Yeah. You send me a request there, Chris, and I'll write you a foreword.
All right, I might just take you up on that, Tom.
A foreword by Tom the Scot.
I like the sound of that, Tom.
I'll write you a foreword. I just got to read what I'm writing about before I can write the
I'll
foreword.
give you an advance copy, Tom.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to have that book read, the first one, and I'm sending it to you for a fucking autograph. You going to do that up for me or what?
I will not only do it, I'll do like I told you. I've got a whole stack of CDs that I'll throw in there with it so that you're taken care of.
I'll take the CDs, but who really listens to that shit when you can download it for free, brother?
That's a good point, Tom.
Motorhead said he'll take the CDs.
All right, well, you can give them to him.
Don't know how to run a computer.
Make that bitch earn them, though. Don't give them to him for free.
No, I'm buying a bike this spring. He's got to fix that shit right out. I'm going to be the hottest motherfucker in this shit little city.
All right, Tom.
Got Hail and Kill and all that shit, boys. Boat plug.
Right.
Blow job. And have yourselves a wonderful night there, brothers.
All right, Tom. Go lube up that throat.
There we go. I got me a little whiskey and corn and barley mix. Had to try something different so I could talk tonight.
Sure.
Be yourself, brothers.
All right, Tom.
Love you all. Bye.
Tom's is a wealth of knowledge.
Tom's good.
He's got a
new book.
Yeah, he's forward by Tom the Scot.
I love that idea.
I do too.
I really like that idea.
Yeah.
People think I'll forget that. I will not forget that.
Hey, good call there, Kurgan.
Yeah, I really like the sound of that.
Chris's new book with a foreword by Tom the Scot.
I like it.
I do too. Good for him.
Yeah, Tom making a name for himself.
No kidding.
Nice.
Now that he brings it up, I think that's what's influenced Tim James.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think there's real potential for that Tim might be stepping it up because he sees his star, starting to sputter out.
Yeah, he's starting to fade a little bit, so he's stepping it up to keep up with Tom.
Could be. I don't think anybody can keep up with Tom, though.
Yeah, but good observation there. It didn't even occur to me.
Me either, but that's a very good point.
Sure. Now everybody wants to be like Tom.
I know I do. Dude, I'm just waiting for the right chick to come by that I can fucking give a good elbow to the fucking teeth to and keep her in line.
Right.
I need to get that done.
Sure.
Like Tom says, man, you got to keep them in line. You got to let them know what's what.
That's what he says.
Right.
Hey, it's Chris Aiken from the Classic Metal Show. Most people know me as the foul-mouthed shock jock from the Classic Metal Show, or the no-nonsense heavy metal critic from pitriff.com. Now you get to learn the other side. My first book, Little Victories, A Tale of Divorce, Debauchery, and Finding Happiness, comes out on January 13th in paperback and digital formats on Amazon and iTunes. It details my real-world emotional struggles over a year that included a divorce after a quarter century of marriage and the death of my father. It profiles things I did right, as well as a bevy of things that I did wrong with the help of alcohol, and how I found my way out of the muck of the emotional state that almost saw me commit suicide. Pre-order your copy of Little Victories, A Tale of Divorce, Debauchery, and Finding Happiness today at www.chrisaikenbooks.com and get in touch with the more fallible side of me, Chris Aiken. Sounds happy, huh?